Hey everyone, today we got 7 popular mid-range smartphones on the market, and we are going to compare them in terms of software, design, hardware, battery, and charging. 7 smartphones are Jiayu S3 Plus, Doggy F5, Ulefone Power, Oukitel K6000 Pro, Lego Elite 1, Yumi Touch, and the iPhone P8000. Let's talk about the back cover design first, which affects the overall build quality, hand feeling, and using experience. We'll start from the left, then we go through to the right. The reason I put these phones in such order is because of the different backing materials. Jiayu S3 Plus was launched by the end of last year, and it's still a considerable device due to its competitive price. It uses plastic back cover and has lightweight, but it feels quite slippery. On top of it, we found the 30-megapixel camera with a dual-tone flashlight. iPhone P8000 was a hot device since the launch in July last year. The one I got is the golden color version. They added some texture on the plastic back cover. A fingerprint reader is found under the 30-megapixel camera, and we only found one LED flash. The third one is the F5 from Doggy. It's also released in last year, and is the 2015 flagship from the company. The first thing we notice is the size of the fingerprint reader. It's obviously larger than the one of P8000, which could result in better recognition ratio theoretically, and it packs dual-tone flash and 30-megapixel camera. Let's move to the next group. Oukitel K6000 Pro is the upgraded version of K6000. The marshmallow-powered phone is currently on pre-sale. It has fingerprint reader under the 30-megapixel camera, dual-tone flash, and the aluminum alloy back cover. The speaker is at the bottom. The phone feels heavier because of the 6000 mAh battery inside. Yumi Touch is released last month. It ships with Android 6.0 Marshmallow. The phone runs aluminum alloy back cover, dual-tone flash. Ulefone Power shares very similar specifications with K6000 Pro. The phone is also powered by a 6000 mAh battery with fast charging technology, so it feels heavier just like K6000 Pro. It also has a fingerprint reader on the back. 30-megapixel camera goes with a dual-tone flash. The phone has AUK back cover if you are a fan of this. Lego Elite 1 has double-sided glass. It's smaller than others since it uses 5-inch display. The glass backing looks great, but it gets messy and dirty after a while because of the fingerprint stains. 30-megapixel camera and the dual-tone flash on the top. Speakers are located at the bottom. All the smartphones pack 5-megapixel front cameras, but the difference is that the Yumi Touch comes with a single flash, which could be helpful for taking selfies under dim light. And we can see that the Yumi Touch and the Lego Elite 1 have the fingerprint readers at the front. It's also a physical button, but every time I press the button, it has the annoying clicks. I'm not sure if all the Yumi Touch have the same problem. Next, let's take a look at the display. We adjusted the brightness to the maximum to make a fair comparison. S3 Plus, P8000, and Touch have warmer color temperature. Elite 1 and Power on the other hand have more blueness on the display. Oukitel K6000 Pro has the best balance of color temperature and brightness. Then let's take a closer look at the frames of these 7 smartphones. Jiayu S3 Plus has plastic frame. At the bottom, there is a micro USB port. Headphone jack is on the top. Doggy F5 has metal on the corners and a little bit beneath the display. Power button, volume rockers, and the SIM card slot is on the right side. Micro USB port and speakers are at the bottom. Headphone jack is on the top. I don't like the corners because it's not comfortable to hold. Next, we are going to take a look at the iPhone P8000. The phone is surrounded by aluminum alloy frame. Its CNC chamfered edges feels comfortable. Microphones and the micro USB port are at the bottom. Power and volume rockers are at the right side. SIM card and TF card slots are inside the back cover. Let's peel that up and see. These two are for the SIM cards. The smaller one is for external storage. Yumi Touch's design looks like Meiju's M5. The power button and volume rocker are also suffer from the annoying click sound. But the curved back cover is very nice, so is the grip feeling. They made an excellent copy of Meiju. Micro USB port here, SIM card slot, and external storage slot are on the left side. The next one is Oukitel K6000 Pro. The aluminum alloy frame is precisely cut along the corners. Similar craftsmanship can be seen on Ulefone Power. The buttons are easy to reach with your thumb. Headphone jack, micro USB port, SIM card slot is on the left. Ulefone Power has some special designs on the frame. It packs a physical camera button in the middle. It comes handy when you take a vertical picture, but it's kinda hard to reach when you take a horizontal picture. On the top, there is an IR blaster for remote control. The Lego Elite 1 has speaker at the bottom. Micro USB port here, microphone next to it. Headphone jack on the top. The volume rocker are on the right side. The build quality is much better than Yumi Touch. There's no click sound when you press the buttons. It also has a physical camera button and is located near the bottom where it can be easily accessed when taking a horizontal picture. In this part of the video, we're going to drop some water on the screen. You will see the differences between the screen materials reacting to the water. Customers usually won't notice such details, but it does make difference on the using experience. Water-repellent screens are harder to get fingerprints on, and they are easy to clean up. Hydrophilic screens are very easy to get messy. The result is clear and obvious. Screens of Doggy F5, iPhone P8000, Yumi Touch are hydrophilic. You can see the water is widespread on the screen. It's called anti-fingerprint coating. However, since it's hard to tell if the phone has it or not, some manufacturers save cost on that. The chargers are the most essential accessory in the package. You can tell the smartphone charging speed by studying the specifications on the charger. So we take them out and put them in order. 3 phones on the left have maximum input of 5 volts 1 ampere, which works out of 5 watts power. That's so outdated. We remember such charging speed was commonly used on phones 5 years ago. You probably should be aware of this because by half an hour charging time, you won't get much power. iPhone P6000 and Doggy F5 have maximum input of 5 volts 2 ampere, which makes them 10 watts. They are regular standard nowadays, but they are not fast charging. Oukitel K6000 Pro and Ulefone Power have the most advanced MTK quick charge technology called Pump Express Plus. The intelligent chip inside the charger and phone could automatically adjust the charging speed according to the current battery level in order to have the maximum input power. We will get into that later in this video. Now let's do the charging speed test. We use the wattmeter to measure the input power of each smartphone. It tells the voltage and ampere. As you can see from the chart, Umi Touch, Jiayu S3 Plus, iPhone P8000 and the Legal Elite 1 only have 5 watts input power. Then let's take a look at the next 3 phones. Doggy F5 works out of 2.5 watts input, which makes me speechless. Ulefone Power and Oukitel K6000 Pro has about 16 watts. Even though both phones have 6000 mAh battery, it probably takes less time to fully charge them than others. The next big things are the memory and the storage. All the smartphones here sports 3 GB of RAM, which is enough for multitasks and big games. However, their internal storage are different. That determines how many pictures, videos, movies, music, and books you could save in your smartphone. So we manufacturally reset all the smartphones to clean up all the apps and cache data first. Then we will use the most efficient test to show you their capabilities. Uniform power could shoot videos about 3 hours. Vigo Elite 1 could record videos of 6.5 hours. iPhone could save videos of 1.5 hours. Oukitel K6000 Pro increased the time to 6 hours and 40 minutes. HumiTouch is slightly under 3 hours. Doggy F5 is slightly less than HumiTouch. Jiayu S3 Plus just over the 3-hour line. Since all the phones packs MTK6753 chipset, they score very similar on AnTuTu, except that Jiayu S3 Plus and uniform power is slightly below the 37,000 mark. Look deeper beneath the surface by studying the device info. In here, you can see the sensors that each phone has.